Guys, what's going on? And welcome back to another video on Conqueror's Blade. So, I've actually just finished recording the video on the Retiari, and while I was basically getting footage on them, I'd heard a few people say that Liao Rangers have become really sort of overpowered, a bit crazy at the moment. So I thought, oh well, I'll throw them into my warband as well. And as it turns out, you're all right. They do seem pretty good. They seem to have had a pretty hefty buff in some of the recent balance changes. So anyway, yes, I thought I'd hop into a few battles with them. I guess it's worth probably saying there's probably going to be sort of 5 or 6 days before this video comes out at the time of recording this, so there's probably a reasonable chance, given it's me as well, that they'll have ended up making a balance change by the time this video comes out. So take it for a pinch of salt, unless they haven't changed, in which case they probably really should be. Just to very quickly cover, I haven't actually done any adjustments to their doctrines or veterancy line since I last played them. So, I mean, it could be that that's changed around a little bit. I really just threw them on just to see what they're actually performing like. I'm running down the bottom line, mostly for this devastation. They have such a big hitbox now. They seem to hit sort of 6, 7, 8 models at once with each swing. And because it's blunt damage, of course, that means that's why they stack such a high amount of damage against pretty much whatever they hit, and obviously it hits through. So yeah, seems to wipe everything out really kind of effectively. Can even stamp through things like medals and stuff if you get them from the right angle. So yeah, kind of a bit crazy. In terms of doctrines, nothing super special. I've had these since they came out in Season 6, so I've got all the seasonal specific doctrines, like the increased blunt damage, the bludgeon cooldown, and the extra movement speed. This bludgeon cooldown is actually really nice because it puts my bludgeon on, well, I think it's a sub 10 second cooldown or around 10 seconds, which is really kind of nice. I should probably throw on a slightly better, a blue or purple blunt damage doctrine though, like that would really kind of nudge them into the next tier. But anyway, I don't want to spend ages running through them on here. Let's just hop into some clips with them and have a little bit of fun running these kind of slightly overpowered cavalry around, stomping on everyone. So we'll kick things off on La Grande Glory, the Season 12 map. And I think kind of the thing I want to point out here is it's not that the cavalry, I'm playing it particularly well. I'm not much of a cavalry player, never have been. The point is it's kind of how easy it is to just walk into enemy units and still do well. Walk into a huge cluster, just walk in, press the 3 key, and lots of people start to die. Press the 2 key after a while, and a few more people die. It's kind of fairly easy. And particularly when you get a few teammates who are up for doing a bit of cav as well, then it kind of all collapses fairly easily. Not loads of kills, 20 odd kills or so, hero kill or 2, as we kind of push through. And most of the units still alive. And look, that's a point secured within like the first minute of the match. I kind of thought, oh, I might get a bit of capping in. I actually decided in the end that probably as well for me actually just to push on through. So get the unit back out, start to push on, and think, oh well, if we're going to go down this way, we might as well push the B point as well. Actually into a unit of enemy pikes there, and they all died. Another couple of hero kills. And, okay, only a handful of the unit left. Thought, well, might as well keep pushing through the tunnel, onto the other side. And we get away with this for a little bit. And unfortunately, I kind of ended up aggroing on these Dimachari, which have actually also been really quite powerful at the moment. But that's a topic for a separate video. Anyway, eventually get ourselves caught out by a dual blade. But we still got, what, 3 hero kills, 50 unit kills? From really just walking into enemy units. Next up, a little bit of wall fort. Just basically lost the A point, already lost the B point. So pulling back, and they're already getting cap on C, so I'm trying to get myself out really quickly. One of the things I do really like this unit is the little gun charge. It's a great way of killing heroes because they basically all focus fire. Once just on anything that's in the charge range, if it's a solo hero, pretty much an instant kill. Anyway, fly straight in. So we've got 4 or 5 enemy heroes, lots of enemy units on the point. Obviously we're taking damage as we're doing this. You see we actually lose quite a few of the unit. But it's amazing how you can save a point like that. Just as one hero, I'm able to buy us enough time until the rest of the team can turn up. It just makes them quite a powerful unit. And I find that it's quite hard for the enemy to really effectively counter them, other than just through mass numbers. And you're always going to be getting good kills doing that. Even with only kind of a handful of the unit left alive, we can still sort of be useful in some of these fights. Enemy breaks round, we can sort of charge in, go in for a little bit of a gun charge. Unit flies sort of into the mass and starts to get a few extra kills there as well. Even grabs herself an extra little cheeky hero kill to take us up to 3. and we could use the unit like that, and that kind of seems to be my experience with them. There's of course going to be other players who are actually good with cavalry and getting loads more kills than I am, but even as kind of a bad cavalry player, if I can get quite a few kills with them, then they're probably a little bit too powerful. So for our final clip, bit of a longer battle on the shield of the capital. Just waiting around the back of the base point, we get flanked by this enemy unit of Laos. We get the jump on them with the gun charge, and then I'm able to pin a lot down with my hero's ultimate as I activate my bludgeon. It means we can kill the enemy commander, and we do actually manage to take the unit down. We lost about a third of our unit in the process, and obviously took quite a chunk of damage, but if you can get the jump on enemy Laos with your Laos, then you don't seem to do too badly with it. Anyway, send the unit back to the supply point, and we get charged by a few chevaliers. A unit I really need to kind of revisit. I've only played them a few times when they came out, you know, in the French season, but never really played them since. Anyway, I spend a while trying to hit this one through a little bit of a wooden wall and failing miserably, while the unit's back healing up, trying to decide what I want to do. Call the unit back to kind of behind, because this is kind of like my staging area, and then shooting out from here looking for sort of targets and opportunities. Anyway, come around, see we've got a few enemy javelins. Think, oh, okay, interesting, particularly with them being such a cluster unit. Go for the gun charge. In the end, I decided to pull back. I think that was a mistake. I didn't realise how far around the friendly team had pushed, and so I should have followed immediately. Once I'd realised, I did actually then come round and help, and there we go. We can push into the back and wait for the bludgeon. It's like we were on 40 kills instantly, an instant 15 kills just as soon as it lands, which is just kind of nuts. So yeah, should have followed up, should have been a bit more aggressive. And a couple of enemy hero kills. Lower up to 70 kills. It's amazing how quickly these Laos can pick up kills like that. It is kind of crazy. Anyway, with them dead, that's pretty much the enemy presence cleared out. Thought about maybe pushing those few units there that are pulling back to their supply point. Kind of decided that I didn't think it was probably going to be a very good game to be playing, really. Particularly as we've still got a bit of time left, and the enemy's still got enough units to really be mounting another decent push, so I decided to pull back because I think it's going to be worth trying to hold for the final point. I was thinking about this short sword as it was coming back. I thought, oh, you know, maybe a little opportunity. If he wants to come over, we can try and gun charge him, see if we can take him down. But he kind of sees sense, he pulls back and doesn't want to play with us, which is kind of a shame. Would have been a nice opportunity. He does start to bring up his impikes, which are kind of interesting. Probably not something I really want to be engaging with, certainly not head on. You could obviously try and shoot at them a little bit, but it doesn't really work. Anyway, we have another short sword, which we try and have a go with. Kind of fail on our gun charge a little bit there. I then try and get a little bit involved because we have sort of a reasonable amount of sort of heroes here, but our friendly heroes decide to pull back. And I get caught in this situation where slightly harder situation to get the unit out of. As they get hit, obviously, as a cavalry units like this, they do get stunned. Then we have this short bow at the back, trying to sort of continually stun and shoot our unit. Trying to sort of get some blocks in from the shots so it hits me rather than the unit, and eventually I'm able to get the unit back out so I can pull them back to the supply point. A minute or so after they've healed up, we pull back, and now we're sort of getting a bit more on the offensive. Come around the corner, try and decide where I want to go, thinking about just going on a full out flank. Got this maul here, but he doesn't seem to want to face into us, so it gives us the opportunity to get in at the back. Just nicely, and as I get in, go on my devastation. Basically wipe out the imp shields at the back, and you can see we can just continue to pick up kills and damage, push through the enemy heroes, pick up another hero kill or so, up to 100 kills, as we then just sort of basically bludgeon and melee away into the mass. And yeah, in that sense, I find it to be really kind of effective. I suppose I did a little bit better flanking there, but still quite an effective cavalry unit. I get a little bit cheeky here and got shot by a musket. God damn it. But either way, really fun unit. They are a little bit on the stronger side at the moment, and we're seeing quite a lot of them in battle. So I think they could do with toning down very slightly. I think it's probably their hitbox. They're hitting too many units with one swing, and that's probably their biggest problem. But anyway, hopefully you kind of enjoyed the video. Just a quick one, just a quick little look at them. Just for more of a fun video than any sort of serious look at them. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And of course, subscribe to the channel for lots more Conqueror's Blade content. Thanks for watching, guys. See you all on the next one.